stress. Check it out. Yo. Feel the rhythm on the bass mark. Man up. Feel the rhythm on the bass mark. Hit me the drum and come the wrong one. Bless me. Man up. Man up.
Hey, Alpha Impact Universe, it is me, Adisa Rains, your coach, and I'm here to talk to you guys a little bit about some heart-centered business development. And I have here with me two of my students. I have Justice and Juice. Just kidding. I really have Jules and Jade here. That's who I have. I have Jade here, who is a nurse, has been a nurse for several years here. And then I have Jules, who is a registered massage therapist. But they are now part of my school, Dragon Hearted Tantra Healing Art School. And I'm going to tell you some of the things that I actually discussed with Jules this morning, so it can help you to understand why heart-centered business development is so fucking important for empaths. Okay, so Jules, go ahead and unmute yourself. Unmute yourself. Okay. And wait, but before we unmute now, hold up. They haven't said good morning. You know what? Y'all wrong. Y'all is motherfucking wrong, because y'all like to sit up here and take my content without even saying good morning to a bitch. Let me tell you something. That is horrible internet etiquette. It is, and I'm calling you out. Say good morning since you're sitting up here watching me. And yes, if you feeling like I'm cussing your ass out, it is you. Okay, now let's get back on board. Let's get back.
Good afternoon.
Well, yeah.
Because it's afternoon here.
Well, it's morning here, so you know that's how it is. That's how it is. So this morning I was up at 5 a.m. because I wake up at 5 a.m. to coach my students. I do, and then I have my first meeting, my first full meeting at 7 a.m. after I get a lot of my personal work done from 5 to 7 a.m. Now, the reason why I'm telling you that is because that's part of my heart-centered routine. Listen, I be doing all kinds of healing work. I be having healing bowls and ringing them and crystals and getting my protein cleanse and getting my celery in and, you know, doing my beauty rituals. I have to do all of those things before my heart is prepared to open up and bloom and be present for my students. Okay. So this morning, Jules and I were discussing some things. Now, Jules, since beginning your coaching training with me, what are some of the things that you learned about developing your heart-centered business?
Being my authentic self and basically not being a doormat.
Could you say that again? Say it again.
Not being a doormat.
Yes. A lot of empaths, they when they sign up for my coaching class, they don't know that I'm gonna bring out the bitch in them. They have no clue. But being the bitch, she's part of the healing journey. She's part of the healing journey. And Jules and I have come up with a term that we refer to the energy that she's in. Go ahead and tell the subscribers what that energy is.
Well, everybody's heard of BDE, but for me, it's bitch dick energy. Yes,
bitch dick energy. Now, if you are like me and you are one of my followers, we love BDE because BDE is big dick energy. But I noticed that my students had BDE too, but it was called bitch dick energy. Okay. And in order for Jules to heal and in order for her to expand her heart-centered business, she had to stop allowing people to walk over her. She did. And she thought that this would not be part of the healing process. She actually thought she could go from doormat to monk and just kind of forget that bitch stage. And you're not going to be able to forget it. You're not going to be able to forget it because you're not going to be a CEO worth their fucking salt if you don't know how to clap back on the motherfucker and if you don't know how to protect what's yours. So part of the heart-centered healing journey is learning how to embrace your beast and learning how to defend yourself and to protect yourself and to fight for your fucking business. So I put her on a therapy regimen of bitch dick energy, and it has caused all kinds of quantum leaps in her life. Go ahead. Because people be thinking I be lying about this shit. They be thinking I be lying about this shit because healing, they want healing to sound all not nasty. They want it to be like not messy. And healing is messy as fuck. Healing is messy as fuck. It's scary. It's all of those things. And yeah, go ahead and tell the people, Jules. Go ahead and tell the people like some of the quantum leaps that you've had since being in this process.
Well, one is, even
Why
though
can I wait? Why can I only see half your goddamn face? You know I didn't said something. I'm not gonna start. Don't start no shit with me, okay? Okay.
okay,
Go ahead. Okay.
uh, well, uh, my quantum leap was I had to call out my husband, my spouse, my partner, one of my divine unions, because he wasn't doing his job of protecting me, and he needs to be called out for that. And then he started growing, and I also had to get onto my daughter and teach her she can't disrespect me. Then I had an old business partner who likes to be condescending. And I've been biting that one and biting that one. And I couldn't handle it after yesterday. So I called her out today and then blocked her. Yes.
I love that. I love that. Now, see, what you guys need to understand is the correlation between Jules getting her heart in order to Jules getting her house in order to Jules getting her business in order. There was a transition there. It started with her personal relationships. And if you're an empath in business and your business is fucking up, you're going to have to go ahead and look at your personal relationships and recognize what parts aren't balanced. And that's what she did. She went and she had a conversation with her husband. And I tell all of my students, you're going to have to, if you want a successful heart-centered business, you can't keep a blocked throat chakra. You just can't. You just cannot. So she unblocked her throat chakra to her marriage to a man of over 20 years. And once she did that, it gave her confidence. And then she went and confronted the Godzilla in her house, which is her teenage daughter. And she checked her ass too. And that gave her confidence. And then when that gave her confidence, can you see confidence growing? It's just growing and growing from post to post and from level to level. Now she has enough confidence. She didn't confronted a teenage daughter. And if y'all haven't confronted a grown ass teenage daughter, y'all don't know what fighting Godzilla even look like. Don't nobody put a whooping on a mama's ass like a teenage daughter. Baby, ask me how I know. Ask me how I know. I know. My baby girl, her baby, she put a beating on my ass, so I know. And she was out. Let me tell you something. Them teenage girls will bully you in your own motherfucking house. And I was bullied by that child since that child was born. She has bullied me. I had to set her ass straight. But when I set her ass straight, it freed me. So if I have confidence to set in order my inner house, you better believe I'm going to have confidence to set in order my outer house, which is my heart-centered business. So after she confronts her daughter, she doesn't understand the cycle, but that's why she hired me to be her coach, because I understand the pattern. And I know in order for her to get to step C, I got to make her first go through step A and step B. And those were the steps she didn't want to address. Yes, what she wanted to address, she wanted to skip steps. Yes, that's what she wanted to do. She's like, Adisa, just coach me about my business. Don't be all up in my personal life. Ha! Well, I was all up in her personal life. I surely was. But Jules, how did you feel after you confronted your business partner and you had not been able to do it before?
I could breathe. I was like a peacock, a male peacock with his tail. And I was doing that, mating ritual. I was like, look at me. And I've been doing it all day.
All day.
She has.
Okay. Now here's what you don't know. When you pass your test in these arenas, then you get abundance. You get a reward. And Jules got a reward in her business. She got a reward in her business as soon as she made the heart-centered steps. And the reward in her business was expansion. That's what it was. You see, well, we're not going to tell them the sauce. We're not going to tell them what we discovered about your business because that's for you. And I don't want them biting on your shit, right? So I'm going to leave that alone. But congratulations, Jules, on developing your heart-centered business and helping your heart to heal by making the necessary steps that you needed to make. Now, we're going to go over to Jade. Now, as I said, Jade is she's a pistol. She's a little firecracker. She's a little firecracker. And Jade has always been in the business of helping other people care for themselves. She's a nurse. Nurses are notorious enablers. Oh my God. They are notorious enablers. And a lot of my clients tend to be nurses. Why? One, because I worked in healthcare, but two, because I was a part of Enablers Anonymous. I was a part of Enablers Anonymous Addiction. I was a part of that, right? And Jade has been too. So the same thing with Jade. I had to teach her. She knows how to defend everybody else, y'all. Everybody else. But when it comes to her, she put herself on the back burner. And I knew that her heart-centered business could not get off the ground as long as she kept doing that. So I made her defend herself too. And I'll never forget. Do you remember when you called me, Jade, and you were like, this can't be right, man. I just blew up every goddamn body. And like, I felt good about it, but now I feel guilty about it. And do you remember the words of wisdom that I told you?
There's no reason to feel guilt about it, because I've got to put myself first. If I heal myself, I can lead the path for others to heal. And it doesn't mean that it could be forever. There might be an opportunity for them to heal in the future if they come along and put
Jay,
in the work.
you know your finger covering the screen, right? There you is. Okay, your finger was covering the screen. I was like, I hope she noticed, but since you didn't notice, I was gonna go ahead and say something. Yes, yes, but when you did that, you see, the first business that any empathic entrepreneur has to first master is the business of self. It's the business of self. And Jade has a very powerful voice. And because she knows her voice is powerful, she doesn't use it as often as she should. And I know why. It was because you were afraid of hurting their feelings. But nobody even said a word when you were mistreated for several years. And that has happened to most empathic entrepreneurs. They figured out a way to take care of themselves and make shit work and make shit happen, despite having adequate support. That's kind of that's the calling card of an empathic entrepreneur. They know how to make shit happen despite having support. But you can't bring those same strategies over to your business. And that's why you got to fix them in the personal life. You got to fix them in the personal life. And you got to fix them in the wounded child life. You got to. Because if you don't, you're not going to birth a sustainable and a pleasurable business. So, Jay, go ahead and be honest with me. Because I know nurses tend to be very logical. They tend to be logical than a motherfucker. And my way is unorthodox. Please tell the people, you can be honest with them. Tell them, like, what were your first fucking thoughts when I do not coach based on logic at all?
Panic, honestly, panic, because I don't understand something outside of logic. I have a hard time with learning things in the feminine, because I stay logic and I stay masculine, I stay rigid, I stay in that thought process, because in a nurse, it's all science-based. And in where we are located, it's the Bible Belt, so they do have some kind of faith and that kind of stuff. They believe in that kind of stuff, but it's not really in the medical field encouraged, I guess. Encouraged, it's just all about, here's the facts and just the facts, and here's what we do, and if this happens, you do this. It's very logical. It's just very step by step by step. So feminine energy is not like that. And so it's very difficult to kind of well, where are you going? Wait, what happened? Wait, why are we doing this? I don't understand. How are we connecting the dots? That's kind of what it was. So there's like a sense of panic, like, what is this?
But you stayed the course, and I want to commend you for that, because most of my students that come to me that are extremely masculine minded, I know that it takes a lot for them to follow me, but what they have been taught is how to manage symptoms. And they come to me thinking, I'm going to teach you how to manage symptoms, but that's not healing. Healing begins at the root. Excuse me. Healing begins at the root. So when I address my students, I make them address their root. And I know that tends to be very painful, because they have to reconnect with a part of themselves that they had kind of forgotten about. So I can understand why it's panic. But do you see the need for it?
Very much so. Yeah, very much so. And as scary as it is, you can't be a warrior without going headfirst into battle. So that is something I do understand. And I kind of honestly took that approach with the feminine. If I'm going to do it, I'm going to dive in head first and I'm going to figure it out. So if this is what we're going to do, then okay, we're going to figure it out. We're going to jump in. If we have panic attacks in the middle of trying to figure it out, we're just going to keep working through that and we're going to keep doing it, because that I understand that. So I've been diving into this feminine stuff and trying to figure out my feminine energy and let it come out to play, find my inner child, let her try to come out and play and do unorthodox things. Why? Because it doesn't have to make sense and we're just going to do it anyway.
Here's the thing though. Once you understand your heart, it is going to make sense. That's why you need to do it. You're doing it. The body tells the mind why it makes sense through the activity. You don't, when you first plant a seed, you don't understand. You don't understand because you're still developing your systems. But there's going to come a point to your life when you know that certain energy are apples for you. There's another kind of energy that's lemons for you. I can make lemonade out of that. There are certain kind of energy that's oranges to me. But you have to take your time to figure out, hey, when I do A, B, and C, it brings about this energetic vibration in my life. And that's something that I like. Well, what did you do? I did A, B, and C. But why did you do A, B, and C? Because I needed to stand up for myself. Because I needed to defend myself. Because I needed to clear my throat chakra. Because these are the ways I can only do these 3 things in order for me to be authentic. When you understand that this route leads to authenticity, then you begin to systemize your heart. And when you systemize your heart, then you can monetize it. You have to monetize your journey, because that's what I did. And the journey that you've been through, honey, you personally, Jade, is a journey that many people can't even fucking live through. They can't even live through it. And that's why I'm telling you that you do need to like get your voice heard, because there are so many people that cannot deal with what they are dealing with because they don't see a route out, because your voice ain't being heard. You are now seeing, yeah, you had to burn down your world. You burnt that motherfucker down gloriously, girl. Shit, god damn. You burnt that shit down motherfucking glorious. You had me over here doing a Holy Ghost dance because I was like, hey, that's what I was doing, because I was so fucking proud of you. So fucking proud of you. And I know everybody's like, oh my God, she's not supposed to act like that. Well, y'all motherfuckers had been right. She wouldn't have even got to this motherfucking point. But I bet you won't try again. I bet you won't try her again.
No, they've learned their lesson. They have really kind of figured it out. And when they've tried to reconnect, nope, I'm not ready yet. So it's not happening. You're doing it on my terms because I'm the boss.
That's right. Look at you standing up for your inner girl. I absolutely love that shit. I love that shit. And I cannot wait to see how this develops into a course, because I do sense that you're gonna be teaching a course. Yeah, you're gonna be teaching a course, and we're gonna call that course Bitch Dick Energy 101. That's what we're gonna call that motherfucking course, because women need to understand that your bitch will save you. Your bitch will save you.
I have been journaling and I have been coming up with the syllabus for that very same course. I just didn't have the title for it yet because my business is Journeys of Discovery by Jade. And we're going on a journey to discover how to tap into that. That's exactly what we're doing.
Oh my God. But you know what? Journeys of Discovery with Jade, I'm telling you, Bitch Dick Energy sounds like I would buy that course, because I'm like ratchet like that. And you
That's the name
too.
of the course now. It's just been named.
Yeah. Because you know what? The thing that I love about you the most, Jade, is the fact that you fucking ratchet. That's what I love about you. It's not because you're so logical. It's not because you're so well put together. It ain't none of that shit. It's because you got a little bit of batshit crazy in you. And if you're going to love a person, you're going to love them with everything. And if you're going to try to destroy their ass, you're going to try to destroy their ass with everything. But
absolutely.
You do it with your whole fucking heart. I love that about you. So a person that can deliver love with all their entire motherfucking heart, that shit is sacred. That shit can't be given to anybody, because after you have delivered your love with all your heart and motherfuckers don't treat it right, then they gonna understand that bitch energy, and then they scared. Like,
yes, ma'am.
Like, what the fuck you scared about? Like, for real, what you scared about? You wasn't saying nothing when I was giving you all my beautiful heart and you was mistreating it. You wasn't saying shit. And I gave you 30 years to correct that shit, and you ain't do a motherfucking thing. So now you mad because my dragon then came out to protect me? Fly, dragon, fly.
Yeah, he
That's
gone.
well, they motherfucking deserve that shit. So listen, you guys. As I said, I absolutely love Jules and Jade. I call them judgment and justice. Judgment and justice. That's what they are. And they really are a dynamic duo. Listen, they're going to be presenting their heart-centered business at Student Showcase. Student Showcase will be in Scottsdale, Arizona from September 5th through 7th. Tickets start at $5.55. Okay, tickets start at $5.55. Jules is going to be there with her business called Sacred Touch, and she is going to be doing Reiki massage. She's going to be touching your body. She's going to give you the best massage you done ever had. But when Jules touches your body, she also senses your trauma in memory. She will help you to remember things that you done fucking forgot. This is a bad bitch right here. Let me tell y'all something. Jules, her business, Sacred Touch, touched my right hip. Touch my right hip. She felt the energy of pain from my right hip go into her fingertips, and then she started speaking. And as she started speaking about the trauma that I had suffered, that I had fucking forgot about. Let me repeat this again. I fucking forgot about the trauma. She pulled it up out of me. And as she pulled it up out of me, I was able to heal that part of my body. See, Sacred Touch massage is something y'all listen. Y'all don't understand. And see, let me tell you what made me want to slap her. Let me tell you what made me want to motherfucking slap her. Okay, I told her. See, and when she was massaging my body, I told Spirit. I said, listen, if she don't comment about my throat, if she don't comment about this and that, she ain't the one, and I'm not going to continue to coach her. That's what I said. Now, I was just about to be done with her ass. And then at the last moment, y'all, at the last moment, she went ahead and told me everything that I needed to hear. And then I knew she was the one. And then I tore her ass apart because I said, how dare you have a gift to be able to touch the pain within a person's body? Allow their memories to come up in you. Speak those memories out your mouth so they can remember them, and that can trigger, and you are the catalyst for their healing. How dare you not monetize that fucking business? I was so fucking mad at her because she was hiding her gifts. Talking about, I sense something going on in your hip. You need to go see a doctor. No, bitch, tell me what you see. And then she told me, when you've dealt with trauma, you tend to just black out and completely forget parts of your childhood. I've done that. And I know that several other people have done that too. This woman touched me and she remembered my childhood and then spoke it to me. If that ain't a motherfucking gift, I don't know what is. Okay. So I'm going to have 5 heart-centered business owners at my Helium Symposium at the Student Showcase. Again, that's in Scottsdale, Arizona. Tickets begin at $5.55. If you want to have your own living arrangements, if you want to live on campus with us, it's $7.11. Now, if you like the way that I teach, and maybe you're not ready just yet, but you feel like you have a heart-centered business somewhere in you, you want to monetize your heart-centered journey and turn it into some type of course that you want to teach, I advise you to start slow by joining my dynamic metaphysical teachings. I teach this class every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. CST. If you want to join that class, now this class does cost, but if you comment golden ticket below on the comments under this post, we will grant you access to a one-time complimentary pass to this course. Now, again, as I said, it's going to be complimentary. You're not going to have to pay a goddamn dime, okay? But you will receive inbox instructions on how to join the course on Wednesday night at 7 p.m. And you'll receive those instructions from Jules and Jade. We love you guys, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Toodles.